Hey, what if I could show you a brand new community that is gonna have all the amenities you could want? We're talking lakes, pools, yoga parks, dog parks, walking trails, a tree house built by HGTV. It's gonna have close access to everything you want in Dallas, easy highway access, new community coming in. We're gonna talk about it today. Here we go. On your mark, get set, let's go. Community we're talking about today is Solterra. This is in Mesquite, south side of Mesquite, kind of right before you get to 20, right out here, just, on the way to Horn High School. You kind of see over there, that's Gentry Elementary. There was plans for this community for years. I remember as somebody who grew up in Mesquite, like when Gentry went in, there was talks of, oh, we're gonna build houses out there, and they never did it. And now it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be pretty phenomenal. We're talking 1,500 acres of land that's getting ready to be developed with close to 3,900 home sites, which is nuts. So the plan is to be building in this community for the next probably 10 to 20 years, to be honest. So there's gonna be tons of opportunity. All of these builders are getting ready to open pre-sales of their lots. I actually have a client looking at a home out here. They're wanting to be one of the first people. So we're gonna get them in first into Solterra. And guys, the builder list out here is stacked. When I tell you it's stacked, I gotta pull out my phone and look. There are so many builders and so many builders that I'm a huge fan of building in Solterra. So here we go. Let me just run down the list of who's building in Solterra. We've got Cadence, Castle Rock, Chesmar, Coventry, David Weekley, there we go. First Texas, Guian, Highland, another good one. History Maker, Impression, Lennar, Tri-Point, Shattuck. Oh my gosh, they stacked the deck. Man, this community is gonna be something to behold. So all of these builders, again, we're seeing roads just now kind of come in. No models up yet. Builders are just now getting ready to release pre-sales, expecting first homes to be on the ground. Some of them are saying by the end of summer, so we'll see with this first phase. So again, 3,900 homes, 1,500 acres of build space. It's gonna have a lagoon. I think it's like something like a 8 to 10 acre amenity / community center, fishing ponds, walkout beach. Like, it's so interesting the way these developers are developing communities. There's a ton that goes into those things. So this could be a really good opportunity if you're looking to be in Mesquite. It's gonna have easy access back to 20 and 80. So if you're like, oh, I work in Dallas, you could get here. The good thing about this builder is if you know anything about Mesquite, this is right on the edge of where kind of all the grocery stores and stuff are. There's tons of houses going into the south, lots of development. The downside is there's not a lot of commercial development that way yet. I think the city's trying to work on it. So I want to show you around. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to show you yet, just some dirt and things like that. But as always, I like for my followers to be first in the know and get them in at the best pricing, because the two best times to get the best pricing on a community are in first phase and closeout phase. So if you can be one of the first people in, because you know prices are gonna go up, which if you can deal with living in a construction zone, it's gonna help your equitable position. And then of course, being at the end of a community when builders just wanna get out and be done, that's the best other time to get into a community. So let's do this. Let's take a drive around. Let's see kind of what's going in, show you the elementary school. Really excited for you to see all the cool things going into Solterra here in Mesquite. All right, we'll take a drive through Solterra. I can see they're starting. I think this is going to be one of the models out that way. So there's the Chesmar. Twin Oaks is going to be one of our main entrances, just right off of Cartwright. So like we talked about, there's going to be a massive amenity center, pickleball courts, tennis courts, a lagoon, a catfish pond is what it says. They're putting a ton of energy, effort, and resources into this. Coming up, this is the on-site elementary school. This is Gentry Elementary. So this is where all the families will go for elementary school, and then it'll feed, as of right now, I think it feeds to Berry Middle School and then Horn High School. In Mesquite ISD, Horn is becoming one of the largest high schools for Mesquite ISD. They're currently in process to build a freshman center on that campus. So you've got the freshman center going in. This is the backside of Solterra. So freshman center going in, which is going to put that campus population probably somewhere close to 4,000 students, which is something really, really crazy when you think about it. So there's that. You can see they've got all the property lines starting to be staked out for the early phase of phase one. Like I said, all of the builders, or most of the builders that were listed, are beginning to pre-sell their lots and get those things ready. The hope is to have the first set of families living out here we'll see by summer, and then of course as the year goes on into 2023, we will see more and more families move into Solterra. One important thing to note, the city has implemented what's called the Solterra Tax Increment Reinvestment Zone, or TIRZ for short. It was created in June 2021, and it lasts a duration of 50 years, expiring December 31st, 2071. So this is basically their taxing district that's going to be part of what's happening out here in Solterra. So this is going to be in a PID. So the TIRZ covers a public utility improvement district. It encompasses 1,500 acres. The land use is mixed use. So phase one is planned for 786 houses. So that's kind of the plan for phase one. So not really sure how that's going to affect the tax rate yet. I think the city and the county are still trying to figure that out. But just be mindful as you're looking at these newer communities. Most new build communities are going to have some sort of a PID or MUD or combination of the two, because somebody has to unfortunately pay for all the development that happens, and the developer wants to pass it on to the city, and the city wants to pass it on to the homeowner. So that's kind of where it ends up. We're getting actually back out on Cartwright. So at this light, if you turn left, it takes you back into Old Mesquite. We're actually going to turn right and head down here a little ways, because this is all going to eventually be part of the Solterra development. I think the plan, from what I've heard from a couple of the sales reps that I've talked to, is this space over here on the right is going to be another secondary entrance where that massive lagoon, amenity center, and all of that is going to go in. It'll also be interesting to know, what we don't know yet is how is what's the HOA going to look like, and how is that going to play out. Right up here on the right, as soon as we go through the light, that's Horn High School. So all the way up to Cartwright and Faith on P. Lucas is going to be this development. I'm going to turn back into it. There's another development going in across from Solterra. Guys, this thing is going to be massive. There is no question about it. Again, with all of these builders, each one is going to have their own price point and lot size. I think from the plans I've seen, we're looking at a variety of lot sizes, 40, 50, 60, even potentially 70-foot lots in some cases. So all the builders are going to have their own plans, their lots that they're developing, and all the fun that goes into that. You can kind of see a little bit over here to the right, the development that's still happening with this land. We've only got pricing on a few builders. Most of them seem to be starting in that mid-3 range, and then of course moving up from there. As we see more and more pricing come out, we will definitely get the videos and things updated. And of course, as always, when models hit the ground, we will be one of the first people out to review them, show you what's going on out here, and keep you updated on everything happening in Solterra. In terms of location, one of the benefits to Solterra, I kind of showed you where we're at, and we're in relation to the high school, the elementary school. I want to show you this. This is Vanguard High School. It's technically the career and technical center for Mesquite ISD. It just opened in the last couple of years. It's a really, really neat concept. I kind of wish it would have existed when I was in high school, but it's where they house all of their non-traditional students. So you decide, hey, I want to study fire science or architecture or cosmetology or welding or mechanics or so many things. There's a lot of cool things going on in that building, and it's a beautiful, beautiful building. So it opened a couple years ago. It is open enrollment for anybody in Mesquite ISD that's a student, so that's a benefit of being in Solterra. One of the interesting things to note about that is with the way this area is growing and the number of houses that are coming in, I would guess there's talks that there will be an additional high school added to it for a traditional sense. So you'll have the Vanguard 9 through 12 traditional, and then the Vanguard, technology or career or whatever they call it. Just the way things are growing, because again, they're building that freshman center at Horn. But with all these houses coming in, Solterra is going to have 3,900. There's several other communities going in out here. They're gonna have to do something. So that's a benefit, that's location. You've also got the girls softball complex. So if you've got a daughter that's into softball, you're kind of close to that. Again, Mesquite as a whole, great opportunity, good for growth, good things going on, easy access to the highways. Like we've talked about before, one downside to this particular side of Mesquite is there's not a ton of shops and restaurants. There are, shops, restaurants, grocery stores, things like that in Mesquite, but with location of where we're building, there's just not a ton of that out here yet. The hope is that they're gonna approve some more commercial real estate, and you will see it coming. They're gonna have to do something, because if it doesn't, it's gonna get crazy. You're also close enough, if you need to get to Forney, where there's growth happening and restaurants and shops, you can go that direction as well. So here's the thing, if you're saying, hey, I wanna be one of the first people into this community, like my clients are, we're trying to get them in early phase 1 to be one of the first people, and you're interested in Solterra, or you're interested in any other community here in DFW, here's what you do. Contact information is gonna be right there in the video. You can also find it down in the description below. Reach out, I'd love to help you any way I can. Buy, sell, build, new construction, Solterra or any other community in DFW. It's what I do. I'm here to be an advocate for you and your family, walk you through the process, answer any questions you have, help you get into your dream home. But I can't do that if you don't reach out. So again, contact information is there. Reach out, let me help you. Again, answer any questions. We'll definitely be back out here checking on progress for Solterra and all that's going on. Keep giving you updates along the way. As of right now, I don't know what any of the builder incentives are gonna be, but we'll get you there. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video, hanging out. We'll see you on our next one. Bye for now.